Next up on the number one tee.
Well, hello, and welcome back to your virtual tea time. My name is Tori, and I am your host. Thanks for listening. Of course, thanks for listening. I am loving doing this podcast, and the best part about it is that I have these routine co-hosts with me on occasion, probably at least once a month. Kim Eaton, Tara Bateman, Pat Kunst. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is part 2. We went over top 5 rules that you really need to know when you're going into a tournament. Ones that you should know yourself where you don't really have to ask for help on. Make sure you listen to that episode. Now let's go over etiquette. Top 5 etiquette. I keep wanting to say things, etiquette things. It seems like there should be another word, but things that you need to know when going into a tournament, more having to do with etiquette. So I made a list. Tara made a list. Tara, I got to actually call you out for this because I thought about this episode topic because I remember one day after a tournament, you came to me
which tournament.
and you were like, God, this person kept walking in my line. They kept talking. They kept standing in the wrong place. It was driving me crazy. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk etiquette today.
Let's do it. I know exactly which tournament that is.
Who was it?
We're not going to talk about
They don't
that.
live in the state of Arizona. How about that?
All right. So what do you think we should go over first? Do you have something in mind that you want to just touch on right away?
Yeah. So, okay. Well, Brandy is not here, but so I'm going to call
Your
her out.
wife.
My wife. So I asked her this question, and as a 22 handicap, her and I's list are much different.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
So I have her top 5 list, and I have my top 5 list.
Okay. Let's go for it. Go for it.
So Brandy, she's a 22, 26 handicap. I don't know what she is. She's happy to break. She breaks just under 100. So how about that? That's where I'm going to classify her as.
Nice.
So I said, she only played in one tournament. It was a member guest with my mom. So I said, if you're going to go in the member guest, what would you do? And she said, the first etiquette thing, I would make sure me and my partner have matching outfits. I was like, really? This is etiquette? So this is where we're going to start.
I can appreciate that. Thank you, Brandy.
Brandy's first top 5 are matching outfits. And then you'll get a kick out of this one. She said, show up if you made a commitment. So you have to show up all 2 or 3 days of a tournament. And you know where that one's stemming from? Okay.
Yes.
So that was a little slam to Shannon the Slut. She'll understand that one.
If you commit, yes.
Yes. If you commit, you got to make that commitment.
Well, and let's go in there. Let's go get into it too. Like if you cancel on your partner, like even a week ahead of time, that kind of sucks because there's a lot. It's hard to find a last minute partner in these multi-day events. I mean, it's
Even
a
if
big
we're
commitment.
not talking a partner event, even if it's an individual event, it's just not right. Trust me, I was in a USGA event. I wanted to quit after the first 9 holes. Mm-hmm. It was so bad. I mean, I was
no.
I was in tears actually, and that doesn't happen very often.
I was going to say, you in tears?
Yes, I was. It was just awful. And so I thought, if I walk off the golf course, for one, that's just not right. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, you know. Yeah. But the USGA won't invite you back again. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, oh, well, I'll just play the back 9 like you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Shot 35 on the back and qualified.
Joel Damon. Throw a couple White Claws in there at the turn and you're good.
Exactly.
Right? Full swing. There we
But
go.
even as a tournament director, having last minute cancellations, I know it happens, but it's a lot. It's a lot of admin.
All right. So her number 3 was, which I thought this was really cute, was figure out the scorecard and who drives. I was like, no. Like, I always drive. Period. And I got the scorecard. So we're good.
Well, let's go around the table. I am always driving and I'm always keeping score too.
Me too. And plus, I'm usually the only one that puts it in Golf Genius on the phone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, I play with her, so you know where I'm at.
You are the passenger. Well, we got a lot of drivers at this table.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
Then she
I have
said,
to admit, I drive and keep the scorecard in a tournament when I'm with
And
somebody
anyone
else.
else? Okay, good.
So she said, don't take too long in the bathrooms or at the turn because it messes the flow. And I was like,
it's a good point.
I can get that.
I mean, sometimes if you're in the bathroom for a long time, there's a reason. I mean, come on. got a little nervous.
I'm not
jitters?
going to go there.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then this is for her dad, was don't fish for golf balls in the pond in a tournament because it's embarrassing. But her last one, which I would say I didn't get because we're completely different handicaps, was always have an extra ball in your pocket in case you hit one bad. Like, not bad, like, but out of bounds or like whatever. Don't go fish for. And I was like, I would never put a golf ball in my pocket.
There's a period of time that all golfers go through where there's always, you have your reload readily available. My mom always has one in her skirt.
But that's a handicap difference, right? Because I was like, really? I was like, no, because if I have an extra one in my pocket, then I'm like, shit, which one's the one in play? And now I'm screwed because I'll be on the putting green and be like,
oh, this isn't the ball I started.
Exactly. And that is a no-no. Yeah. So wait, do you have a ball retriever in your bag?
Hell no.
I don't either. Kim, do you have a ball retriever?
No.
I do.
Pat, you do?
I use my putter.
I mean, this is a very good question. Are you the driver or the passenger? And do you have a ball retriever? Like it's
I've been in team
standard.
event, and my partner, I'm like, it's your turn to putt, and she's over there
Retrieving
getting 95 balls out of the Arizona Country Club ponds, and I'm like, seriously, right now?
And just a reminder from our team at Titleist, they say like those balls that you're fishing out of the pond are not good anymore. Most of them that have been in there for over a day, I mean, they're not good.
They're
anymore.
waterlogged.
Yeah.
I can tell you the ones that I fished out were brand new.
Desert Classic.
And I didn't have to putt or anything, so I wasn't holding anybody up as I was fishing.
You're in front of me most days, so I would have hit into you.
All right, well, let's go through your list
Okay,
now. I can appreciate Brandy's list, though. I like that. That was good.
All right,
that
so
was good.
my etiquette thing, which I was thinking about this a lot, and this is one of the ones that I said to you, stepping in my line for putting. And I would say my direct line, I don't really care about my through line on the putting green, but I literally can't remember a situation, even going back to the mid-am, that somebody hasn't stepped in my direct line on the putting green.
Like, meaning it's happened every time you've played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd say that I don't care.
But it bothers the shit out of you.
But it bothers the shit out of me.
And I mean, we do it by mistake sometimes. And that's
Some of these higher
valid,
handicappers just don't realize that, and they do it all the time.
but I think it could be any handicap.
But here's the other thing that annoys me. I'm going to go further. The people that like, maybe you're a hoverer, but you stand on two sides of the ball to figure out
Like the aim point.
The aim point, like which way it's going to break, and your feet tell you that. But I'm like, bitch, that's my line. Like,
You are not allowed to do aim point on my putting line.
correct. And like, granted, the rules have changed, and I can now go and like put down their spike marks, but it still annoys me to a point.
Yeah, no. Even though we can mark or tap everything down, it is still.
Boy, I'm glad I know that now.
Yeah, but you don't do it. I think
No,
there's people
I mean-
like you are conscious.
Oh no,
of
she knows how to gameplay.
Well, and Kim wears her New Balance sneakers that make no mark pretty much. I mean, and even if you know you're not making any mark, you still should not be walking in anyone's putting line. It's quite obnoxious. It is.
What it is, whatever.
But I can't wait to be in that foursome when you're just doing a dance on Tara's putting.
Well, no, she's going to be my partners, so I'll be sure that I stay far away from her line.
All right. So another etiquette thing, I think, like on the first hole, you say flag in or flag out, right?
Oh yeah, like hey, do you prefer flag in or flag out?
Yeah.
And you have every right to say either.
Yeah. And who cares? People started playing golf in COVID. Some people started playing golf whatever. I'm pretty easy. I don't like the pin in within like maybe 5 feet or less because I don't want to see it move. But really, it doesn't bother me if it isn't, unless it's super windy. Like I could care less. So, but I think that's an etiquette thing. Like you just say, hey, do you want the flag in or flag out?
Yeah. And wait, Kim, you like
She's a flag in.
I
am a flag in, but you know what? If everybody else in the group is out,
That's why I'm too.
I can do it either way.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, you have every right. So even if you were to say, I like it in, well, then that's fine. We're going to put the flag back in. Not a big deal. It drives me crazy when people are like, I don't care. When I ask that, like, hey, do you like the pin in or out? I don't care. Well, come on.
That would be
Just-
me.
Yeah, but
I don't
No,
but
but
I think you
prefer it in.
Yeah,
Because we played in tournaments with you.
I think
We'll put
there's
it in
a
for
preference.
you. But yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But I think that's an etiquette thing. You go up to the first green usually is when that conversation happens. So next one, ready golf or not? Because there's some people that want the tee when they make.
Yeah, so let's get into honors because Kim, you are definitely a stickler for playing honors on the first tee and on the putting green for the most part, but ready golf
In
everywhere
tournaments.
else. Yes, in tournaments,
In
absolutely.
tournaments, I play ready golf all the time when we're just
Yeah, but that's all
playing.
we're talking about right now is tournaments.
unless we're behind.
Yeah.
Or well, I shouldn't say that because my group will never be behind.
Oh my gosh.
They won't.
It's true.
It doesn't matter how slow anybody else is.
But you like to stick with honors.
Yes, I do.
I do too. How do you feel about it?
I could care less unless they make a birdie.
Okay.
Then I'll give them the tee. Then I'll say, do you want the tee?
Yeah.
But I think it's funny because like you play with enough people where you know that they want the honors. So you're like, you ready golf? And they get like super mad. So it's like kind of a mind fuck.
That's how you get in Kim's head.
No,
No, it's not Kim said, but like I'm just saying, like when you're behind or you're like a half a hole behind, it's like, do you care if I go? And then it's like, oh no. But like I know that people care,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, but you're not ready and you're dilly-dallying in your bag. Like, so I think the etiquette really is, do you guys want to play ready golf or do you want to play like honors?
And how about when you get to the putting green though?
It should always be honors.
Yeah, I agree.
and my pet peeve on the putting green is people who mark short putts that they could just go tap in. I hate that.
when it's a best ball, you can't. Tori,
This is a whole
hint,
other
hint.
story.
No, you mean a scramble.
But I have to
Both.
say this with Kim because what is short to Kim is not necessarily short to me, and especially in tournament situation where it's an individual stroke play. I got to make that putt. There's a lot of times it could be an 18-inch putt, but I'm going to mark it because I don't want to miss it.
I'm talking to tap in though.
Yeah.
No, well, I agree with that to a certain point, but like, because I'll mark it if I'm in somebody's line, but if I'm not in somebody's line, I'm gonna go ahead and putt it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to mark it. I'll mark it in somebody's line because I know me, and I'll be like, I don't want to be in your line, and I'm gonna make a weird stance, and
and
look,
then
I
you-
whiffed it,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, but if it's like a clear putt, you might as well just keep going.
Yeah. Well,
And the LPGA is really good at marking it 3 feet or less.
I think, though, in your tournament next year, the Desert Classic, on the scramble, you should say if you are within a foot of the hole,
like have a circle out there.
pick your ball
Circle
up
of trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
That's what
it's going to speed up play a lot more. And, you know, you always just want to go tap it in. Oh, no, I can't tap it in because that's the score. It's going to, you know.
Okay, how about this? I mean, something that bothers me most of the time is when people don't mark their ball on the putting green, no matter where it is, or when they put their ball down, but it's not their turn, but they're just putting it down ahead of time. That too kind of bothers me.
Depends
Oops,
where they are.
Sorry.
Oh, do you do that?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
You do?
Yes.
But like if you're in my line,
Oh,
like
no,
in my
not
vision,
if I'm in
and
your line.
Yeah.
Usually I'm on the other side. Or,
Yeah.
You know.
No, but and then also not marking your ball.
They're not marking your ball. I think there's 2 stories to that because I play with some high handicappers and I think they don't want to get in your way. And I'm like fast. Like if you putt, like I'm ready to putt. Like
Yeah.
I don't. And so like they don't know what to do. Like they're gonna dance around and be like, should I go over there and mark it? Should I not? And so I think that that's probably a little bit of we haven't taught the next generation the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, can you just mark your ball? Like, I'm not going to hit it, but
Yeah. Because
It's
whose
there.
penalty is it,
it's
Pat?
mine.
It's the person who's
putts.
putting and hits it.
So if Tara hits her putt and it hits another ball, someone else's ball,
Tara
that's
gets the-
Tara's
yeah,
penalty.
right.
I would never
could
leave my
ask
ball
her-
down
She could ask her to move it.
if I thought that there was ever a chance of somebody putting and hitting my ball.
Yeah.
No, that would.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right.
What do
So
you have
next one is music, yes or no?
I think in a tournament scenario, music for me is a no. But I think that I
Well,
would
the first 2 days
ask.
we had music. We didn't have any music, and then the last day we had people that we played with that were like music, yes or no. And there was one point like our music was, so we're like, okay, we'll play music, but I never heard our music over a shot, but I heard their music over a shot.
Oh,
Which
really?
I didn't care, but it was just funny that I just was like, like. But when you go out and play with the dudes, like their music is blasting.
blasting.
I'm like, I think I could hear that 4 fairways over.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, on number 11, the groups would come up 2 carts, and each cart had their own music going. And it was like,
You can't hear anything.
yeah. I go, how do you even get
Now,
tuned in?
is there an official rule with music, Pat?
No,
No.
not with playing it now. Earphones and stuff. I'm not sure if they've changed.
I don't think you can have headphones, earphones,
Headphones, because you could be
getting instruction through
instruction
those.
and stuff. But
But if it's just a general speaker.
100% sure
Yeah.
on that. But that's the way it used to be.
So, and usually, again, people ask on the first tee, like, do you care if I play music?
Well,
yes or
who's
no?
going to say no?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
Tara.
No. Why are you calling me out? No, I really don't care as long as it's not like rap that I can't understand and there's an F word every other
Yeah.
word. Not that I don't cuss, because trust me, I cuss enough.
Well,
but
and I was just going to say to Pat, yeah, I think I have said I care. Like I don't want music, but I don't think I ever have. I
Yeah.
probably have said no, I don't care when I really have cared.
Yeah. And that's
But, like, it's
that's
funny
why
because the
in
more-
a tournament, I just don't play it.
the more serious though the tournament is, I would say the less you even come across that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And part of that is because some of those tournaments, like, it's walk only, right? Unless you get like an exemption, and so you don't
Are
really
you
have
making fun of me?
my dad has an exemption, so no. But I think that it just comes down to, like, depending on the tournament is really like where you can play. Like a
Yeah.
member guest, you can get away with it, right?
Exactly.
But like
Yeah.
a USGA
And the
event,
Desert
you're not going to
Classic,
get
it
away
was
with it.
fun.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
a state event. I mean, I had my speaker with me, but I wasn't going to play it at the
Yeah.
short course.
Yeah.
All right. So my last one. You want my last one?
Well, this one's kind of that I had kind of goes with the music, so I don't know.
Okay, go for it.
People on their phone.
Oh, so that was like a caveat. That was
Yeah.
well, what do you mean on your phone? Like talking or working? Like emails or like talking?
Yeah. So nowadays, when you're playing a tournament, you are actually on your phone to do Golf Genius. So it's not abnormal to see someone on their phone. But yeah, like if they're just constantly on their phone
Texting.
or taking phone calls. I mean, I don't see that a ton where people are taking phone calls. And usually if they do, it is necessary for whatever reason. But
Used to be when the phones first came out, people were on them all the time.
Yeah.
Now they've kind of
yeah.
gotten away.
My partner at Desert Classic yelled at me and was like, "Stay off your phone. We need to be serious."
Really?
Oh,
And
yeah.
what was your response?
Okay.
And then did you become serious?
Have you ever seen me serious? No.
I typically don't even. I shouldn't say that, but my phone's always off and in my backpack. Well,
it's
no, it's
more
not
like-
now because I always do Golf Genius. So
Yeah, so
I
it's in the
always have my
Fox.
That
phone.
little
Your Fox,
carrier
Desert
that you
Fox,
gave us
yeah.
all.
I mean, I wish that you could do Golf Genius and have your phone on like airplane mode at the same time. Like I would prefer not to see any texts or any phone calls while I'm playing in a serious tournament. But yeah, I will do Golf Genius if no one else will do it. You know, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Well-
So the last one was help each other in your group look for a lost ball. Like basically, don't be a dick. Like,
really.
like if
Yeah.
I snipe one left on 4 that I did
You all
2 of the
go
3 days.
Help me find it
Help
where
me
the
find
snakes
it.
are in the desert.
Well, at least make an effort and
Yeah.
not just sit in the middle of the fairway on your phone.
On 4?
And-
On number 4?
2, 3, 3. Sorry,
I was
3.
going to say, the par 3, you sniped it way left.
I could have. That could have happened too. No, on 3. Sorry.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
goes left on 3 practically.
But yeah, like I think for just pace of play, for etiquette of the group, for being a good human, like
Yeah.
help. And like
Yeah.
I'm not saying help if like you hit yours way right and you need to go look for yours. Like
Yeah, that's fine.
there's like divide and conquer,
Yeah.
right? But I think as a whole, like at least make it like a somewhat of an effort. Like, oh, I looked, I can't find it. Okay, and then like walk away. But
Well, and Pat, what is the amount of time you can look for a ball?
3 minutes now.
And when does that time start, though?
It starts as soon as the player gets to the ball. The player.
Like gets to the location
That's
where
why
they're
your caddy always walks
The caddy
faster.
can go faster, but it's not till when the player gets there.
Okay, so what if I get to that location, but I say, hey, everyone else go hit? Will it buy me some more time?
Nope.
No.
Oh, damn. That has been my strategy for so long. Like, everyone else go hit. Give me an
you
extra
want
3
them to
minutes.
help.
Okay, so you want them to help for sure.
Right.
What if you're like, well, no, even if you're like slow to get to that location, it's still just 3
They
minutes
can
when
get
you
there
get
before you.
Well,
Oh,
So
so
you're
it's
like, Molly, I'm going to walk and you're going to take the cart and you go start looking, but it's not until you start looking for the
Really?
ball that you.
okay.
you-
So I'm going to watch you when I
can
play.
Have you all of a sudden see Molly rushing up and me just walking?
Yeah. How come, Tori, you're walking all of a sudden?
Okay, that's a good tidbit. I like that. But it's 3 minutes once you get to that location that you hit that. Okay, great. All right.
And then what happens once if you use the 3 minutes?
It's considered a lost ball.
Thank you.
So you'd
gotta
have to
go
go
retee or
back
play your
to where you
provisional.
hit it. Yeah, or hit your provisional. All right.
As long as you marked it correctly so you know which is your provisional.
Yeah, exactly. Shits.
Referring to part 1.
All right, the last thing, fixing ball marks, filling sand divots.
Well, we didn't have. Do we have sand in our carts at Papago?
Mine was growing.
Oh, you were growing a bush inside the sand tree.
They're all growing right now.
I would say in the receptacle, there was a bush growing. As far as my bush, I'm going to leave that uncensored.
Oh my God!
Okay, well that happens a lot. It happens a lot.
X-rated show.
We did have Becky Robinson, and she came out with that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So it's in our head.
Yeah.
So, but also when you're fixing ball marks on the putting green, like fix not only yours, but fix 2 more.
Right.
Fill more divots. It's really unbelievable how many ball marks go unfixed.
Right.
You know.
Looks like Zach.
Well, this weekend I could have probably fixed 5 or 6 or more on
Yeah.
every green.
Yeah. I mean, how long do you think a ball mark can go without being fixed where it totally ruins the grass? Like, does it have to be fixed within a day, you think, or do you think it needs to be?
well,
Like, when does
can we
it
talk
become-
about how to fix a ball mark? Because
yeah, go
like
for it. No, I love it.
there's people, and you're gonna have to watch the YouTube or whatever, that take it and they go up, right? And
So they stick it in and then move it up.
Yeah, so they go down and they go up, and that actually ruins the green. So that's when you see the greens that have, like, you can see where ball marks were, but they're flat, where you should actually just kind of, I just always use a T and just kind of like twist it in, and the ground will come around and grow itself together.
Yeah, so you almost want to pull it more in instead of.
Correct. Like, you
Pointing
shouldn't
it up.
hear, like, when you go down and lift up, you hear like you're breaking grass, like you're breaking roots.
Now,
Or,
I
like,
do that sometimes, just like if my ball's on a little, but most
like,
of the
so
time
like, if this is like, I just go around all the way around
Mm-hmm.
and then just flatten it out.
Yeah, yeah. And with filling sand or filling divots with sand too, you want the sand to be flat. You
Correct.
don't want it to be a big mound because then I guess it will
ruins
grow
the-
like a.
Now,
Well, it also ruins the mowers.
Lesson
Oh, it
in
does?
that.
Yeah, so we were told at Phoenix that it shouldn't be over. So, like, basically fill it with sand, wipe it with your foot so it's flat, because if it's up it actually
Like an
ruins
amount.
the mowers.
Yeah,
Oh.
it ruins the mowers.
That's what you
So
learned
just
too.
put a
Yeah.
little bit in it, make sure it's flat.
And it depends the time of year,
And
because
you don't need to pour gob on it.
yeah, some superintendents don't even want you to, like, that's why you'll see the difference between sand and seed in there is based off of what season it is, because they don't want the certain grass to grow in
Yeah.
that fairway. So
Kim, what etiquette drives you the most crazy?
You know, I've been trying to think about that, and
like what drives you crazy on the golf course?
what drives me crazy?
matching shirts.
Well, twinsies, yes, that does drive me crazy.
So Kim and Tara are going to be partners at the 4-ball championship. Hopefully, I mean, if the timing works.
Yep.
Will you please match shirts? Come on,
No.
Tara will wear a Pins and Aces shirt. I know she will.
I'll do the pins and aces alcohol thing in the back.
Well, they do have a new thing. Did you see they have one where you can push it? You can have the liquid in, and you just push it into your like a keg.
I'm gonna have to get Pins and Aces to now sponsor this episode for heaven's sake.
Well, you were the one that brought it up. I do have my Pins and Aces hoodie on.
Only if they do pimento cheese leftovers from the Masters.
They do have a shirt, I think, with
saw it.
pimento and cheese sandwiches on it.
I think you guys should match.
No.
Why are you so against matching your partner?
She already got in trouble.
I know that, but come on. I mean, come on. Can you imagine if you sent Nick a picture of you and your partner wearing matching Pins and Aces shirts? I mean, that would probably that would bring so many sales. Do it for Nick.
Come on, everybody, tell her, do it.
Yeah, exactly. Can everyone just message Kim? It's just one of the 2 days. You guys are going to be a great team. Are you excited to play with each other?
Well, yeah, if we can do it.
Yeah. And, I mean, Tara, you've been playing with the same partner for a while now, at least a solid year.
Yeah.
Right? Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Kim's going to be different than Lindsay? Like, what do you think is going to be the most different? That look was like, I cannot say this on air.
Loaded
Yeah, I was going to say that's a loaded question. Yeah, for sure. Lindsay and I are just yin and yang. Like if anyone met us, you would never think that we're partners.
Uh-huh.
I think Kim and I are more similar. Our games are probably a little bit more similar.
Except she hits the ball about 60 yards further than me.
She putts better than me.
Lindsay putts better than you?
No, she does.
Oh, look at that, Kim.
Did you hear that, Pat?
I did. Are you sure?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Kim and I both just kind of don't maybe say, I don't give a fuck. Like we just hit it and find it and hit it again.
Yeah.
And I think that we have that same similar personality. We're like,
That's
whatever. It's there. We're going to go figure it out and hit it from the next spot.
I'm excited. You guys will be a really good team. We're playing at Sterling Grove, which is a brand new
Where the hell
course.
is
Well, apparently. That's where we're going.
Oh, that
West.
way. It's way west.
Sterling Grove. And
It's brand new.
Great.
Yep.
So the greens are going to be rock hard.
Rock hard. And that has been confirmed, too. So, all right, ladies. Well, thanks for going over etiquette with me today. Did you figure out what drives you crazy?
No, I just have one thing I want to say.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got 3 minutes.
Tori,
Yeah.
you ran a great tournament.
Absolutely.
You and your staff,
Oh.
I think everybody had a great time. I just think it's amazing because you have 220 women and everything that you put into it, you should be applauded for that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys.
Where's your golf
Thank
club
you.
over there?
Oh, golf
Which one's the
clap.
golf club?
Hold on. Let's see. It's
There
been a while since we've used that golf
No,
clap.
Tori, absolutely.
Thank you.
I think I would like to say, I don't know how you played and did it last year. And so
I will never be playing again.
Well, plus you added a lot more stuff this year with the clinics every
Yeah.
afternoon. And it was...
But you put on a great golf tournament. I see a million smiling faces across all the women out there. And it's well ran and you do a great job. So thank you.
I appreciate that. We had a lot of fun. And I'm so grateful that all three of you guys are there. Seriously.
I enjoyed it.
All right. Thanks, ladies, for being on. And until next time.
Be sure to check out the show notes for all the details on today's show. If you haven't already, please give a 5-star written review on your favorite podcast platform, or even screenshot this episode and send it to your golf buddies. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you on the first tee in a couple days.